Guys, you got to take advantage of this event. What's the crack? Bitcoin with Dinny? It's Dinny here, just walking home from the gym. Said I'd stick on the video. And so if you're new to the channel, welcome. I own and run Ireland's first Bitcoin consulting company. We're in our 5th year of business now, helping people to retire early using Bitcoin, helping to custody their Bitcoin securely, and helping them with education, whether it's for a corporate strategy through their business. If you've got a business sitting on cash, you know that cash is trash and it's losing value every second you leave it in the bank. Well, if you want to put it to work, we can help you put it into a Bitcoin treasury strategy. And if you just want to create your own personal plan to retire early, well, we do that too. So I just like to hop on here and share my experience from being in the space, and hopefully you get some value from it. And if that sounds good, it's called the daily exercise. I'm just leaving the gym feeling good, and your daily exercise is just give the like button a nice little press, and that'll show the algorithms you're interested in content that's going to help you retire early, and you'll see more of it instead of girls dancing and other stupid stuff that just wastes your time. Educate yourself, unless that's how you want to spend your time. Me, not so much. So when have they ever got this decision right? German government are offloading 50,000 bitcoins, and what I said to my retire early club last week when it happened was, this is a one-time event. This will never occur again. There will never be a chance when a centralized nation state gets to acquire hundreds of thousands of bitcoins. It's just never going to happen again. Okay? And ask yourself this: in the history of centralized institutions like governments, when have they ever got anything right? You know, the decision is, should they sell the Bitcoin or should they hold the Bitcoin? Well, the geniuses there in the centralized institution have decided it's a good idea to sell the Bitcoin. We know as Bitcoiners who've been in the space for a while, they're going to regret that in a couple of years. Because Bitcoin is so scarce and only gets scarcer, it increases in its euro valuation every 4 years. That's why it's a 4-year apprenticeship you have to serve in this thing before you even have an opinion. You've got to be in Bitcoin 4 years before you think you know anything. Because unless you've done an apprenticeship, you know nothing. Okay, it's like being in a 1st-year apprenticeship on the job. 1st-year electrician rocks in and he starts telling all the boys how to do it better. What do you think happens to him? Gets his wrist slapped, is putting it mildly. Okay, he has to get manners put on. Because he knows nothing. He's a 1st-year apprentice. Even as a 2nd-year apprentice, he might think he knows a thing, but he doesn't know a thing compared to the people who've been in the thing 7 years. Tradesmen, years of experience. It's exactly like that in Bitcoin. Don't think you know anything if you haven't been here 4 years. You'll understand when you serve your apprenticeship. Don't worry, when we're young, we all think we know it all. I know I did. And that causes us to make mistakes, and that in Bitcoin, that causes us to lose money. And that's literally why I have a business, because people pay for my experience so that we can help them to generate more cash, more income, make better decisions, and custody their coins better. So when has a centralized institution ever got anything right? We had the beer sickness, 2020. As far as I'm concerned, they made absolute balls of that. And lo and behold, small businesses are being crucified. Now, some people with the tinfoil hats will be saying it was all part of the grand agenda, and it's this big plan to centralise all the power. Maybe they're right, maybe they are, I don't know. I just think it's a world of skewed incentives, and that's how we get here. Okay? And had a conversation with my dad about this earlier. You know, about the screw-ups of our... I better not say too much because I get myself in trouble here, actually. You know the way the world is now, you can't actually have an honest opinion. You get cancelled. It's like witch burning. We read the books on witch burning. We're like, geez, they're idiots burning people just because they have a different opinion. But we have that now in the modern age. It's just called, you get your social media account cancelled. But anyway, I'll move on. So, German government are selling Bitcoin, and what that's doing is it's causing the Bitcoin price to crash. Now, the Bitcoin price hasn't crashed at all with the amount of coins that are being sold, and that shows that someone's buying. Okay, while the government is buying, people a little bit smarter than government, well, the government's selling, sorry, people a little bit smarter are buying up those coins. So I don't see this crash lasting too long. Bitcoin always crashes. I've taught just that since the very first video I made. I've been talking about, well, Bitcoin's going to go up and it's going to crash. The volatility is what makes you wealthy. If you understand the volatility, that's just learn how to ride the waves, don't fear the waves. And so there will always be crashes, but this is a one-time event, folks. It's a one-time event. All right, Mt. Gox coins, all these coins that were governments acquired. They acquired them when Bitcoin was at a tiny price. That's why they have so much. Okay, but that can never happen again. Alright? And in 5 years' time and in 10 years' time, people will ask you, what did you do with when the German government crashed the price of Bitcoin and it was under 100 grand a coin? Did you seize the opportunity, or did you run away? Or were you crying because you had a big bag of altcoins and it just went down another 30% and they're already 1,000,000% down? Again, mistakes we all make, don't worry. It's no problem making mistakes, it's just to make mistakes twice. I spoke to a fella and made the mistakes in the 2020 cycle and is repeating them. Not a good idea, guys. It's alright to make mistakes, but you've got to learn from your mistakes. If you're playing the same game of, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to accumulate some alts just to get more Bitcoin. Every fool plays that game. Remember the little analogy at the start of the video. Everyone thinks they're smarter. Every first year apprentice thinks he knows more than the experienced tradesman. Okay, FYI, they don't. They learn the hard way. Okay, when they cut the corners, and then they make an arse of the job and have to go back and redo the whole thing. Well, it's the exact same here. Okay, so everyone listens to YouTubers hyping the market, getting people to FOMO into the wrong things. They don't realise people are being paid to talk about these things, and they get wrecked. So, when they ask you what did you do when the German government made the big mistake of selling 50,000 Bitcoins, and that was enough to clear their national debt in enough time, and they went and sold them for pennies on the dollar, I know what I done. I know what my community done. Okay? It's why we lead the lives we live. Because we made the harder decisions. We didn't follow the crowd. We educated ourselves, we joined the community, and we made the hard investment decisions. The easy investment decisions are always wrong. When you think it's the good time to do it, it's probably not. When it's a harder time and you think you should wait, generally in hindsight that works out, as hindsight tells you that was a good decision, and fair play to you for having a set. Guys, hope you have a super day. Don't fear the Bitcoin crashes. Bitcoin always crashes. Not financial advice. Nothing you hear here is financial advice. But remember, they're going to print more euros. European Central Bank are going to print them away every year. So your euro is going to buy you less things. But it's only going to be less Bitcoin in the future. Less and less and less and less. It's the scarcest thing on the planet. And that's why it's the most valuable thing on the planet. Watch as the next 10 years are like the last 10 years, and it's the highest performing asset on the planet. That's just my opinion. It's just how I see things going from my years of experience of being in the space and from educating myself, flying all over the world and going to the workshops and speaking to the people and doing the podcasts. Just my opinion. Have a super day, guys. Remember, the decisions we make today is the future we live tomorrow. Have a super day, guys. Good to see you all. Dinny out. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Jesus, do your exercise.